right, I have to make a very short video. Once again, I've been crying, but let me get this message out quickly. Most people that are awake think they're fully awake, and there are different levels of being awake, okay? When you're really, really awake, then you see things for what they really are. You just don't assume you know everything. So please don't take this as you think you've been down all these rabbit holes, you know everything, you're an expert at all this, you've spent hours researching and you're spreading the words. Well, good for you. But I'm going to tell you something that comes directly from God. And I've been preaching this, but today he told me I really need to explain it. Everybody thinks that once everyone's awake that this movie ends. And that's technically correct. But what you're not understanding is we have to advance on who we are. We have to move up in a higher frequency. Some people are going to say, well, you know, I've been doing that. I've been detoxing. I've been meditating. I've been eating right. I've been drinking clean water. I've been going outside and sitting under a tree. I'm doing everything I can. I'm moving up in my frequencies. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's part of it. So keep doing that. And others who haven't, you need to do these things. But what you're not understanding is the caring, the compassion, and the love that we're supposed to be doing too. Now, this may hurt someone's feelings. This may bother someone, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're already doing this, and good for you if you are. To move up in your frequencies, to become up higher, because remember, God is at the highest and the devil's down lower. And we were down in the lower dimensions. This is where your depression, your drinking, your drugs, the anger, the fussing, the fighting, the name calling, the bullying, all that stuff is on your lower vibrations. Okay? As you move up, these things stop happening because you quit doing them. And the higher you get, the more that you start loving and caring for people that you may or may not know. You may even do this for animals. In order to get to where we need to be, this planet, everyone has to get on the same page. How do we get there? Well, you can tell everybody to meditate all you want, tell everybody to hug a tree all you want, but are they doing the loving, caring, and compassionate part? Because God just told me that's the most important part. He wants you to wake up. He wants you to see the truth. He wants you to understand the truth. He wants you to take better care of yourself. He wants you to detox. He wants you to do these things, but he also needs you to go out and love and care and be compassionate to your fellow humans, to your fellow animals, to your fellow plants, to your fellow amphibians, to your fellow mammals. Do you understand where I'm going with this? If you don't do this, then you're not going to get to the higher frequencies. The more people do this, the more the planet as a whole moves up in a higher frequency. When we finally do get to where they shut things down, do you know that everything is going to be based on your frequency, how you vibrate? And lower frequency people are not going to do well in a higher frequency environment. And I can't explain this any more than I am. Just know you need to quit being selfish and saying, well, my neighbor should have prepared. I've been preparing. I told my neighbor to go buy a whole bunch of soup. It's not my fault. What you need to do is to make sure you've got enough soup for you and your neighbor. Okay? Because when things get bad, your neighbor's going to need it. And they're going to feel bad that they didn't listen to you. But you're going to say, it's okay. I knew that. And I prepared for you as well. You need to make sure that you've got plenty of water for people that didn't have water. Period. And you don't have to wait for the emergency broadcast to happen to do this. If you're out and about and you see someone struggling, why not help them? You see somebody trying to cut their grass and they can't do it, but you're able to. Why don't you cut their grass? These are things that move you up in your vibrations. They get you in that higher frequency. And you get to those higher frequencies and you're vibrating like this, That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be, and that's how you get there. But you don't do this because you're trying to get there, because that doesn't work. Cheating doesn't work. You do it because you want to do it, because it's the right thing to do. So, God's message today for everyone is be loving, caring, and compassionate to every living thing on this planet. You see an animal that's been hurt, help it, or call for someone to help it. You see someone struggling, help them. You see someone who's being attacked, but you can't help them, then make sure you call someone who can, like the police. Take a picture of the person that is causing the attack. Don't just film the person being attacked, film the person that's doing the attacking. Don't traumatize these people. How would you like it if you were being stabbed multiple times and someone was filming you screaming for help, reaching your hands up, trying to protect yourself? You wouldn't want people looking at you at your worst moment in life. And you sure as shit don't want to relive it every day, every time you go on YouTube. So why do that? Why not just film the person that's doing it enough to get the details so the police know exactly who they are, where they came from, where they walk off to, what direction, because that's beneficial. And that helps. Quit ignoring people. Quit going, it's not my concern. Don't look over there. That's not our business. We don't need to get involved in that. That's what we were taught to do. That keeps us in the lower vibrations. That is a lower vibration attitude. Don't get involved. That's keeping you afraid of doing something that's the right thing. We've been taught not to do the right things. We've been taught that doing the right thing gets you in trouble, makes you go to jail, you can get fined. That's on purpose. For people that do CPR, and you're hearing about this, and they broke someone's rib giving them CPR to save their life, and then that person tries to sue them. Well, then that deters that person from doing CPR. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to bring that person back to life. It was the wrong thing to do for that person attacking you. But that shouldn't deter you from saving another life. I don't know how much more detail I can go into this, and hopefully this resonates with people. Do the right thing. Remember, we are God-loving people. We are taught to be hateful. We are taught to be bullies. We're taught to be racist. We are taught to be whatever terrible things that we are. We're not born that way. We're taught. We're either taught by our parents, taught by our friends, taught by school, taught by the news, taught by video games. But we're taught. This is not our nature to be this way. We need to snap out of it, wake up completely, and do things, the right things, the godly things, the things that God wants you to do, the things that God needs you to do. If you're a Christian and you read the Bible all the time, Jesus never did say, I can't touch that person with leprosy. I'll just pray for them over here. No, Jesus went over there and washed their feet. Jesus did the right things. But how many of you who go to church every day do the right things? No, you sit there in your pews and you talk about the people sitting in the back with the bad clothes that they wear or the car that they drive. You make fun of them. Do you actually help them? Have you actually gone over there and talked to them and say, hey, I see that, your clothes are pretty raggedy. Do you need some help? Let me help you. I want to help you. And actually help them. Quit talking about people behind their backs. Stop it. You're not Christian. That's not what Jesus would do. Jesus didn't get done helping somebody, then went over there and talked to the apostle. Oh, that guy really stunk really bad. I can't believe I put my hands on him. Oh, I ain't gonna do that again. That's not what Jesus did. So stop it. Quit calling yourself a Christian if that's what you're doing, because I know that's what you're doing. I know exactly that that's what a majority of people that do when they go to church. They talk bad about other people. The ones in church, and as soon as they leave church. And then you teach your kids to do the same thing. Shame on you. You're not Christian. So, live in the light. Do the right things. You have to re-educate yourself altogether. And as you start doing this, and as more people start doing this, our frequencies will go up, will vibrate higher, and the world will change. Best thing I can tell you today. Sorry about the phone getting dark. So, please, heed my warning. Heed my warning. Thank you.